Good morning, this is Kathy Peck of Tea and Stamps, and today I'm going to share with you some alternatives from the Celebrate in Color paper pumpkin kit. Today is June 10th. This is the last day that you can order the kit for June, which is, oh my gosh, I just forgot its name, but it has a really nice summer theme of fruits and berries. So I think it's going to be a fun kit. I love all the colors. But I wanted to share some alternatives and make a card that I really liked. This was one of my favorite alternatives that I made. And I'm just going to share this one, and I'm going to put a different sentiment because I don't have this anymore. But let me show you the ones that I have that I did make. I'm not going to take them out. They're in a plastic sleeve, but I'll hold them up so you can see them. This, I used the new punch, a new circle punch that we have. And let's see, this is the, oh yeah, here's the catalog. This is a really interesting punch. It's big, and it's like a wavy type circle. If I can find the punches here. And I'll give you the exact name. I really like it. I didn't think I would when I first saw it, but then I ordered it, and I'm like, I'm very pleased with it. Sometimes you want something round, but you don't want a true circle. You want something just a little bit different. It's a decorative circle. So it's on page 153 of the catalog. Decorative circle. And I made a lot of cards with this decorative circle. And these were some inserts. They were made like for gift card holders in the kit. And I just took them and I punched them. And some pieces of the envelope. Yeah, this is the inside of the envelope. I deconstructed all the envelopes and cut them apart and used them. Not only for these bits that'll go in the card that I'm going to show you, but also for this card, which is a bunch of die-cut circles. And this one, die-cut circles. And then here I used the Biggest Wish stamp set to stamp that. And this one is a card used with some bits that were left over from the kit. This is made as directed. This is made as directed. This is, I don't remember, because unfortunately I threw away my directions, but there are two like this. Where's the other one? Well, it's not here, of course. Ah, here it is. So there are two cards like this in the kit, and I just flipped one of them and changed where I put the dots and the sentiment. So, yeah. That's what I love about Paper Pumpkin. You can make them as they are, or you can just tear them apart and make more cards. So this one I think is as the kit prescribed, and so is this one, because I just interchanged the sentiments. This is probably one of my favorites. So I cut apart this die cut piece, and then I mounted it on the a piece of acrylic, or acetate sheet, and then I added all this, and I put it on a, what is this, Parakeet Party card base. Yep. So that's it. So let me show you the one I'm going to put together. The fun of Paper Pumpkin. This particular technique or design you can do with any paper. You can do cardstock, DSP, whatever you want. You need 10 little squares. I used what I consider the star of the show, the stylish shape dies. If you haven't got these, you really want to consider getting them. It's a set of squares and circles, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares and 6 circles, and then 4 of these little banners. And I used the smallest square. If you don't have this, you can cut just a 1 by 1 inch square. That works just as well. But I'm telling you, these stylish shape dies are worth every penny. I'm sure they're going to be around for a while. Ooh, I guess I need to move my tea out of the way. I don't want to knock it over. Okay, so here we go. So what you need is a A white card base, I prefer to use the thick white. If you're going to do a white card base with Stampin' Up! Paper, we have two types of white. We have regular white, which is wonderful for layering, and then you have the thick white cardstock. And this is a card base that came with the kit. This is my cardstock. So here we go. And I'm going to figure out how I want these colors to go. And I put them in, I just lay them out in like this. Oops. Let's see. I'll put that one there. I'm trying to remember how I started. Oh, I feel like it was ages ago when I made this card, but it really wasn't. It's just a week ago. Ooh, I need another little red one. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's a. Put this in here. It's like I have too much blue. I thought I made another red dye cut, but I didn't. But that's okay. We'll just go with that. They'll have this one. Will have a lot of blue and green in it. I think I want to put a green one over here. And then this dark blue here. But you need 10 pieces. Okie dokie. So you can switch some of this around. Yeah. There we go. So I kind of lay it out like that so I know how I'm going to start on my card. And I started in the center. That's right. I started in the center on the side. Put down the first one. And from there I was able to build it out. I think I might be able to do it with like an inch worth of this. I want to have some more red in there. So I'm going to do a little cheating here. I forgot to cut one more red one, and I've actually run out of all of it. I've just cut so many. So I'm going to find the center on here. So this is 5.5, so I need to be at 2 3/4. Oh, here's my ruler. So I'll mark that spot, and that way I'll know where to start here. 2 3/4 is half of 5.5. Yep. Right there. It is early and I overslept today, so I'm feeling like, woo, my day is gone. All right, so I want to center this and I want to stop right there. All right, so I'm going to get a little glue on here. This is Tombow, and I put it in this little tiny bottle. I found these at Michael's, and they're wonderful because I have a little bit of arthritis, and sometimes the Tombow bottle and I don't get along. I'm trying to line this up. Yes. Perfect. I'm lining it up with this line right here. And then I'm keeping the pencil marks outside. There. And that should give me my, yep, look at that, 1/2 inch right there. So there, I got an extra red in. Oh no, now I better put these back in some kind of crazy order. And from there, you just start popping them on. And I just did them. I'm going to cut that off so it doesn't just confuse me. So just keep in mind these videos are unedited, unscripted, so they just are me just going off the top of my head sometimes. So, and then I just spaced them ever so slightly apart, about 1/8 of an inch maybe, and just started gluing. Because once you get these little edges done, after that it's really easy. Just put, I love this green. This is so vibrant. We had another green, oh, several years ago, I think it's Lucky Limeade. It was okay, but I like this one. I don't know, something about this one just appeals to me. Okay, so we'll let those sit for a minute, and then we'll do the top. I actually found a card similar to this on Pinterest, and that's what inspired me to do this. You know, if you go back like in Pinterest history, cards that were made years and years ago, you can find some pretty cool stuff. You could do this with circles, you know, just lay a bunch of circles down and whatever you wanted to do. What are we gonna put in there? We need some of this. Oh, that's the same. So we will go green here. The thing is to be careful with the glue that you don't use too much and then it gobs out everywhere. You know how that is. Ugh, that can get annoying, but we all know how it can be. And with these little bottles, I always keep a pin handy because you never know when you're going to have to, when it gets a little plugged up, and you just pop that pin in there and it clears it up pretty easily. Yeah, this is pretty simple. I've already prepared the sentiment. I used the stamps. I didn't show you that, but the stamp set that was included with the paper pumpkin kit. So I used happy and to celebrate your day, which is, could be for anniversary, could be for wedding. I think I want to put some really dark blue right there. Even a graduation, you know, if you're going to a graduation party, which I think all those are over now. A little more of this Tahitian Tide down here. That's a really pretty color. Then the in colors this year are really just very vibrant and stunning, and I like them. This is the, I want to go paler. This is that Orchid Oasis color right here. There, look. That's done. That didn't take long at all. Really the longest part is tearing apart your envelopes and then cutting them up. All right, let's do some trimming here. There's no right or wrong. You can put the colors on here however you like. That's what appeals to you. And then for the little accents, I'm going to use the 2022-2024 in color matte decorative dots. There were matte dots that came with the package. That's these here. I've used them all, so I pulled these out. I really like the look of the matte dots. Okay, here's my sentiment. It's stamped in the Tahitian Tide and Starry Sky. Yeah, that's what it is. All right, we're going to pop it up with some dimensionals here if I can get them to come over. And my little pokey tool, because I like to use that to grab my dimensionals. It makes it, that way they don't stick to my hands. And then we'll put one right in the middle. Pop these off. So I want to stick, I have a little dab of glue there, so I think, I don't know if I should stick this. I think I'll go lower this time, and then I can't decide. I don't want to cover a whole square. I think right. Well, I can't decide. I think yes, right there. I can always stick a little dot on there. I'm going to go with the darker color of the dots. These are graduated in color, so they go from light to dark, and this side is the lightest. This is the darkest of each one. So look, there we go. That's fixed. one over here. And I'm going to use one of each to celebrate all the colors. Pop this one over here. This is the Starry Sky. And then the Orchid Oasis. We'll go on something green. There we go. That is that. That's how easy that was to do. And so I love that the kit envelopes almost always have a color or a pattern inside, which makes them great to tear apart and use for alternative cards. There we go. That's my experience with the wonderful Celebrate in Color Paper Pumpkin Kit. So unfortunately, this kit is no longer available, but that doesn't mean you can't give Paper Pumpkin a try. The links for my Paper Pumpkin store will be in the bottom of this video, and I'll also attach this video to the blog post that has this card in it. Okie dokie, and all these cards, because I'm going to show them all off so you can see them up close and personal. But again, the stylish shaped dies are wonderful, so you can use them to recreate this technique with any of your favorite papers. Alrighty, thanks, and have a wonderful day. Again, if you like what you see here, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, have a great day. Bye.